Well, this forum is extremely important. Turkey has demonstrated to the world that you can actually host millions of refugees, even if you're not a rich country. But the challenge has been one of trying to adapt national policies and local policies to receiving 3.6 million Syrian refugees and about 400,000 other refugees. And this forum is about understanding those national policies and those local policies that have supported the inclusion of these refugees. Now, what has been very interesting in the case of Turkey is that municipalities have been fully involved in the process of including the refugees. And we have some municipalities in the country where, in fact, only 1/3 of the population now is Turkish, and 2/3 are actually refugees. So how do you actually implement policies to make sure that the services are provided, that education and health are available for the refugees, as well as the host Turkish populations, and that infrastructure and budgets are in place to make sure this can happen? And Turkey has many lessons in this regard. So our effort in this forum has been to bring in Turkish experts together with experts and practitioners from 12 other countries to learn about these experiences, to learn about the challenges, and to see how this can improve. Because sadly, we live in a world of continued conflict in some parts of the world, so we know that we will continue to have refugees flowing across borders. UNDP is the leading UN agency in the UN system addressing governance issues. But governance issues do not only take place in central government or regional government. They very often take place in local government, in municipalities, where the direct contact between government and people, citizens, men and women, boys and girls, is felt. So the work that UNDP has been doing has been increasingly focused on local governance to ensure that, based on the principles of the Sustainable Development Goals, we can actually have that strong interaction between government and civil society to ensure that services are better provided, to ensure transparency and accountability in governance mechanisms. And this applies, of course, not only to citizens of a country, but it should also apply to refugees and migrants that may come to this country. And UNDP in Turkey has been able to do it for the benefit of both Turkish people and Syrians and other refugees. As part of this forum, one of the important outcomes and outputs is something that is called the Gaziantep Declaration. Gaziantep in Turkey has been a municipality that has actually increased its population by around 25% because of the presence of refugees. And together with other municipalities in Turkey, they've joined together to prepare this Gaziantep Declaration that will be tabled at the Global Refugee Forum that will be taking place in December in Geneva, and that will be co-convened by His Excellency the President of Turkey, President Erdogan. So the Gaziantep Declaration brings out some of the most important points that, from the point of view of the experiences of the different municipalities in Turkey, as well as the global principles in terms of how to deal with refugees and migrants, as proposed by the UN and member states, can all come together and enrich those discussions.